Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on stone spirits and speaking about how bad they are. We're going to look at bosses and see how much money they made before and after the mining and smithing rework and comparing GP rates. This is quite a serious video with lots of maths into it, but I really want to break down the stone spirits and just how they're affecting PVM. So let's get right into this video. Before we start this video, I need to remind you guys that RNG sucks sometimes. You can go dry on something and make no money. You can get super lucky and make loads of money. You can't factor in RNG. The game is all RNG based. Bossing is heavily RNG based. I just wanted to remind you guys that if you have a dry streak, it can all change within 1 hour, getting like 3 drops in an hour or something crazy. So don't be too disheartened if you do have a dry streak right now. Just keep going. Anyway, that's out of the way. Let's get a look into the stone spirits. So Torva Playbody on the 20th of December, before all of the hype and everyone buying stuff, was 27 mil. And it just, obviously it spiked to like the 70 mil mark, but it's kind of evened out at like 54, 55 mil. That's nearly double the price of what it was. So stone spirits, yeah, they're bad, but Jesus Christ, all pieces of Torva as well. It's not just the plate body. Torva plate legs, 20 mil before the hype. Now they're averaging at 32 mil, they're evening out at. Like, again, over 1.5 times what they were. It's so much more expensive to buy Torva now. And all the other drops have stayed the same, like rare-wise. So, you know, you're just getting extra money from your rare drops, less money from the normal drops, which should hopefully even it out to, like, be in the same GP an hour. 4.5 mil for Torva gloves, and they're now near enough at 11 mil. So that's way over double. Same as the Torva full helm. They were 9 mil, and now they're 21 mil. Jesus. So now it's time to take a look into next, knowing that Torva has gone up, but the stone spirits affect the normal drops. So we'll just have a look at how much it's been affected. So the GP breakdowns are on screen again. The GP rates before the mining and smithing rework for rare drops at next before Torva spiked was 534k per kill on average in rare drops. Now the GP per kill on rare drops after the mining and smithing rework is 693k per kill, which is quite a lot more. The normal drops before mining and smithing rework, which I put Onyx bolts in as part of the normal drops, were 551k per kill. The normal drops now, on average, are 422k per kill, with stone spirits replacing the ores. As you can see, stone spirits affected the average GP per kill on normal items quite a lot. But because the rare drops have gone up by so much, the GP per kill before mining and smithing rework was 1.09 mil. So near enough 1.1 mil. And now after the mining and smithing rework, the GP per drop is now 1.12 mil, which is just over 1.1 mil per kill. So you actually make more from next now than you did previously because of Torva being so high as it's needed for masterwork. Taking a look at some example rates before and after mining and smithing. Say you done some solo next and got 12 kills an hour. Before mining and smithing, this would have been 13.1 mil GP an hour. Doing next at 12 kills an hour solo after the mining and smithing rework is 13.44 million GP an hour. This is a tiny bit more GP an hour than what it used to be, but that's still more GP from next now that Torva's so expensive than what it used to be. Again, RNG is a thing. If you don't get a drop from next, it's not going to be as good. But once you start getting drops from next, you're actually going to make more money now than you used to. Especially if you get a Torva item, which you will eventually. Next up, looking at a boss I'm like 99% sure has lost a decent amount of GP an hour, and that's QBD. The QBD doesn't have many rares, and that's why this update has affected QBD so much. It relied heavily on the common drops, alongside the big Runite ore drops specifically. When it comes to the rares, it's pieces that are added to your chest. Things like the player-owned farm dragon, visages, dragonbone upgrade kits, pieces of the royal crossbow, etc. They work out to be 20k per kill. From normal drops at the QBD, it was 132 to 150k GP an hour before the rework. That's a pretty nice amount of money per kill. Now QBD looks to be about 85 to 107k per kill. That's over 30% less, which kinda sucks. That means the average GP per kill, including the rares, before the rework was 152k to 170k. After the rework is 105 to 127k. QBD has taken such a hit, it's very sad to see. Obviously the rare drop table can be slightly unpredictable and that's quite hard to factor in here, but I tried my best. We'll use an example of the rates before and after mining and smithing at 40 kills an hour at QBD. That would be averaging like 1 minute 10, 1 minute 20 kill times. Before mining and smithing rework, 40 kills an hour would have netted you 6.1 to 6.8 million GP an hour, which is really nice. After mining and smithing, 40 kills an hour is only going to net you 4.2 to 5.1 million GP an hour. This is a hit of nearly 2 mil. A hit of nearly 2 mil is 33% of the profits of QBD gone. It's sad to see QBD lose 33% of its profit just to Stone Spirits. That is definitely an F in the chat from me. It's pretty damn crazy if you look at any other God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses. As you can see, the mining and smithing rework hit like around here, right? Shortly after the mining and smithing rework, normally things are okay. Less and less people started doing the bosses, so the rare drops went up and up and up and up. Rare drops right now are super expensive on every single God Wars Dungeon 2 item. This right here is the Greg Essence, and you can see it's gone from like 5.5 mil all the way up to nearly 8 mil now. And if we take a look at something like Wander Syware Elders, it started around here, like, 9.5 mil. If you look now, it's 13.7 mil. Because less people are doing God Wars Dungeon 2 right now, it's actually caused all the rare drops to go so high that it could actually be better profit than what it used to be. Obviously, this doesn't then protect if everyone goes back to God Wars Dungeon 2 and the rare prices go down again. It may not be as profitable as what it once was, but it's only going to be 5-10% worse at max kind of thing, even if these things drop all the way back down to what they were. But the fact still remains, I feel like these prices have gone up to compensate the loss of other areas. So it makes God Wars Dungeon 2 as profitable as what it was because of these rare items going up in price. We're going to break down every single God Wars Dungeon 2 boss and let's see how much money they've actually lost or gained via mining and smithing, with these stone spirits added to their drop tables. The first boss I want to look at is typically the boss that I found to be the most profitable, and that's Gregorovic. We're going to take a look at this one first, then we're going to go do Vindicta, Helwyr, and Twins, and we'll take a look at all of them. There's quite a lot of information to show, and I've tried to break it down and showcase it as easily as possible. Like I said, there's tons of maths, so there's going to be a lot of information on screen. But if you don't want to read all the information on screen, obviously I'm going to talk through it and you can always just listen. Whenever you get rares from Greg, this is looking into, crests, glaives, essence, whatever. They add GP per kill eventually because you'll get one every X kills. At 0% rep, you should get a rare every 512 kills. With 100% rep, you should get a rare every 256 kills, and that's the specific rare that you need. So technically in 256 kills, with max rep, you should have one of every rare. That's not always going to happen, and you'll get duplicate rares, and you may get ones that are worth more or less, but like I said, this is the maths behind it. Before the mining and smithing rework, you would get 72k per kill at 0% rep, just in rares. At 100% rep, you would get 145k a kill. After the rework, now that the prices have gone up, a rare nets you 96k per kill at 0% rep and 193k per kill at 100% rep. So that's quite a lot more. The normal drops, however, some have been replaced with stone spirits, which people don't like because they're not worth as much. The normal drops before mining and smithing rework, on average, were 83 to 128k each. After the mining and smithing rework, they are considerably lower. They are 65k to 103k a drop. So you're looking at like 20% less, so that is quite a big drop in normal drops. But if we add both the rares and the normal drops together, an average kill at 0% rep before mining and smithing was 155 to 200k. Now after mining and smithing, a 0% rep kill would be 161 to 199k. Very, very similar at 0% rep. Because the rare drops are worth more now, at 100% rep, you make even more money. At 100% rep, your GP per kill before the rework was 228 to 273,000 GP. Now, after the rework, with the rares being more, it's 258 to 296k per kill at 100% rep. We're going to do an example at 100% rep before and after mining and smithing. In an ideal world, killing Greg at like 1 minute, you're going to get like 40 kills an hour, right? Before mining and smithing rework, these 40 kills would have netted you 9.1 to 10.9 million GP an hour on average. Remember, this wouldn't be every single hour, this would be over a very long period of time, farming Greg for like 1,000 kills or something. Greg at 40 kills an hour after mining and smithing rework is now 10.3 to 11.8 million GP an hour. This means you're making around 1 mil GP an hour more from Gregorovic because essence and everything are so high right now compared to what you used to get. That's pretty damn cool. Now let's see if it's consistent with the other God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses. Let's go check out Vindicta. Vindicta is a little bit different to Greg because it doesn't have the essence and it only has the lance and the crest. But since mining and smithing rework in the last 3 months, the lance and the crest have gone up about 10 mil between them. So let's check if that has actually warranted it to be more money or not. Before mining and smithing, the lance and the crest would add 79k per kill, or with 100% rep they would add 159k per kill. After mining and smithing, the lance and the crest now add 100k per kill, or 200k if you have 100% rep. The normal drops before mining and smithing were 102 to 161k. After mining and smithing, these normal drops have fallen down to 86 to 140k each on average. Again, you're losing about 15% per drop on your basic drops, but you're gaining that on the lance and the crest. Before mining and smithing, the 0% rep GP per kill would have been 181 to 261k. After mining and smithing, it's now 186 to 286k, which is more. With 100% rep before mining and smithing, you would get 240k to 320k per kill. Now that's increased even more thanks to the crest and the lance going up. After mining and smithing, 100% rep GP per kill is 286 to 340k each. We'll take the examples at 100% rep before and after mining and smithing again, saying that we're getting 40 kills an hour. Vindicta at 40 kills an hour before mining and smithing rework was 9.6 to 12.8 million GP an hour. 40 kills at Vindicta after the mining and smithing rework would be 11.4 to 13.6 mil GP an hour. So on average, you're probably going to make a little tiny bit more now after the mining and smithing rework, with lances and crests being so high. Again, like I said, if the lances and crests do crash, you will be making slightly less. But I doubt it'd ever go under like 10% less. Time to look at Helwyr, one of my favourite bosses. Let's see how he compares before and after the mining and smithing rework. So the GP rates and all the breakdowns are on screen again, but we're not going to read them out every single time, otherwise this video would be so long. Although they are on screen if you want to look at the breakdown. The 100% rep GP per kill at Helwyr was 228 to 273k GP per kill before the mining and smithing rework. Now, a 100% rep kill would net you 240 to 280k GP a kill. So it's slightly more now than what it used to be. Showing the example rates at 100% rep before and after mining and smithing rework. If you were getting 40 kills at Helwyr before the mining and smithing rework in an hour, you would look at around 9.1 to 10.9 million GP an hour. Helwyr at 40 kills an hour after the mining and smithing rework would be 9.6 to 11.2 million GP an hour. So Helwyr is around 300 to 500k more GP an hour than what it used to be. Pretty nice. Next up are Twin Furies. These have always been the worst for rare drops and they had better consistent drops. So I'm looking at Twin Furies probably being a loss now compared to before mining and smithing. Let's take a look. All of the breakdown of the GP rates are on screen, but if we're looking at the 100% rep GP per kill at Twin Furies before the rework, it was 123 to 166k per kill. Looking at the 100% rep GP per kill after the mining and smithing rework, it's 111 to 146k GP per kill, which obviously is less. Using the example rates at 100% rep before and after mining and smithing, getting an average of 40 kills an hour before mining and smithing rework would have been 4.9 to 6.6 million GP an hour here. Twins at 40 kills an hour after mining and smithing rework is 4.4 to 5.8 million GP an hour. So Twins have taken a hit. They've taken about a 10% hit or so. Yep, that's not great, and the Stone Spirits have affected this boss by taking away about 10% of its revenue. So Twins are not quite as good, but at least all the other bosses in God Wars Dungeon 2 are just as good, if not a bit better right now. The last boss I want to cover that was affected by Stone Spirits was Araxxor. So let's get into this one. Looking at the GP rates before and after the mining and smithing rework. The leg pieces are exactly the same. There are 1 in 40 for each piece, 120 kills to get a full leg by the drop rate, and this would net you 1.15 mil per kill in just legs. The normal drops, however, have taken a hit. The average normal drop from Araxxor was 535 to 671k GP a drop. Now they've dropped by nearly 10% and they're 487 to 622k a drop. So your normal common drops without legs were quite heavily affected, but because legs make so much, your average GP per kill wasn't affected too much. The average GP per kill before mining and smithing rework was 1.69 to 1.82 million GP a kill. Now the average GP a kill is 1.64 to 1.77 million GP a kill. This means you're losing out on probably about 50k a kill. The hilts and pheromones were not included in the calculations because they're affected by too many different things. Hilts are heavily affected by your combat style, pheromones are heavily affected by the enrage, so it's very hard to get an accurate estimate of those. So this is just leg pieces and your normal drops. No hilts, no pheromones. Just looking at some example rates before and after the mining and smithing rework, racks at 10 kills an hour before the mining and smithing rework would have been 16.9 to 18.2 million GP an hour. Racks at 10 kills an hour after the mining and smithing rework is 16.4 to 17.7 million GP an hour. So you're losing out on about 500k GP an hour if you can get 10 kills an hour. 10 kills an hour isn't too bad for your average PVMer. If you do racks on quite a consistent basis, 10 kills an hour is pretty chill to do. I know this video is quite controversial and a lot of people don't like stone spirits. I just wanted to showcase the actual maths behind it all. If God Wars Dungeon 2 rares go back down to what they were, you're probably going to look at like a 10% loss there as well, like you did on Twin Furies. Twin Furies was reliant on its normal drops and you could see how it lost like 10%. The others will probably do the same if the rares don't stay at what they are now. If the rare prices stay as they are, it's not too much different. QBD has been completely wrecked. QBD definitely needs a change. It's sad to see QBD go. Next is okay because of the spike in Torva in my opinion. I think that's okay. And then when it comes to racks, 500k from 16 mil really isn't going to hurt too much, you know? But that's it for this video. Hopefully this did give some insight into the stone spirits and the maths behind it all. Hope you guys did enjoy. I don't normally do controversial subjects and stuff, but I kind of wanted to make this video and get it out there. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like, because I expect this video to get quite a few dislikes from people who don't like stone spirits and whatnot. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous posting this, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. And until next time, see ya.